What's up, Scarlet family? You know my name, King Jizzle the Gawd. Get around this fire. And let's talk about the story of how I started. So, how did I start? I remember one of my, formative years as far as being an artist is concerned. It was at an e-learning center, Cape Peninsula University of Technology. So I'm sitting there, like, I wrote the rhymes on the PC, right? I was dissing my niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the foul stuff, you know what I'm saying? Violent words, you know what I'm saying? That was supposed to be a diss song to one of my niggas. I can't recall who. Maybe it was DJ, I don't know. So there's this guy, actually there's these two guys, right? They sitting next to me. So this one here, he's like, hey yo dog, hey, wait, this a nigga, ne? Did my nigga, I'm going in, my nigga. You know what I do. And then, you know what I'm saying? He taps me up. And he say, like, who are you? And I'm saying, hey yo, King Jizzle the God, man, hey Chef Scarlet Show, you know what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'd give squad, who are you? Okay, maybe I didn't say it like that, but I was so I was so arrogant, man, like when I was coming up. So he says, oh, my name is El Nino. I'm from, crew called Dreamaskap who do his paza. Yeah, well. So I was like, oh, like, I don't know you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I continued with my shit. So it's like, hey, yo, how about like something else besides this one that you're doing? So I did some, like fucked up shit. So his guy that he's with, I think he got put off by my arrogance. I was thinking that this motherfucker is arrogant, so he says to Nino, hey yo Nino, can you kill this guy, man? This motherfucker doesn't even need my, like, he doesn't even ask my permission, he just goes in on me. Shout out to El Nino, man, if you can see this shit, you know what it is, bro. So we do our little back and forth, but he was prying my ass. You know what I'm saying? But he can tell you now that I stood my ground, you know what I mean? Hey yo, so after that, so he's asking me, where do you record and stuff like that? So I know, like, I just write rhymes, I don't have any place to record. And beats, I'm like, okay, I only download beats, like at the time you would like hear a song like maybe a hype sessions, you know what I'm saying, CD where they had like instrumentals at the end. So this is how I got my first Fruity Loops. So he said, okay, give me an empty disk and ngizakufakela ngizagaya FL Studio. But back in those days it was still Fruity Loops. So it was Fruity Loops 4, and that's how I started making beats. And that version of Fruity Loops, you couldn't run it if you don't have that CD with PC. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I got my first Fruity Loops. So shout out to Nino for that, man. That was, that was beautiful. That was good looking out. And then while I was busy with that, I was with my bro, UTO, RP, Manika TO. So TO is like, hey yo, I heard about this guy. He stays at Quays. Yeah, well. So we need to go see him. Apparently he's like one of the dopest producers around, but it's just that we didn't know about him. So we actually took a walk there. So we introduced ourselves, and this guy's name, he happens to be Mashonisa from Backyard, from Backyard Crew. So yeah, so me and Masho, we worked, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we worked, man. It's like he was helping me with my instrumentals, like we were creating an EP. Yeah, but I'm glad that EP didn't see, the light of day, because that EP. So yeah, okay, cool. Now, what messed up the progress was, as far as my development of being an artist, I got a job at a huge financial institution. So then I started getting money, and I was like, nah, fuck this music thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't come back to music up until I got fired, that's another story for another day. So long story short, then while I was sitting at home trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life, And then I just happened to think, oh shit, I was a musician, and I was hearing, like a lot of the stuff, the guys that were, what I'm saying, that way they were releasing at Lokshin. I was like, the quality was improving at an alarming pace, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was, I was like listening attentively, going to the shows and to watching stuff. So this other day, I decided, because I was listening to a lot of the stuff that was done by OPs and in Naked Mind. So I was like, okay, cool, I need to speak to this guy. Yeah, well, so I hit him. I think I got his number. Like, we were having like a back and forth chat on Twitter, right? So we exchanged numbers there, and I went to see him. So when I got there, this guy is like, he's super serious, because back in those days, man, we had dreams and visions of getting signed. Yeah, well, you couldn't be like a proper musician, like have a professional career, if you didn't get signed at that time. But the way this guy, he was working, like, he was like there. He was like, super focused, and he was like crafting, beautiful music. And he has like, this attention to detail, the teensy stuff, the nitty gritties of production, the engineering side. So he was like very keen on that. So I was like, wow, I wanna be doing shit like this too. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I started taking this whole thing serious. You know what I mean? So that's how I started, man, as far as covering the basics of, being an artist. I started with El Nino. He pried my ass in a pedal at an e-learning center. Then, I encountered Masho. And then I, started working with P as well. You know what I'm saying? So I had like a proper foundation, man, to tell you the honest truth. So, to the knowledge, it is what it is, man. I'd give squad, fly, hustle, ho, you know what to do. Hey, chef.